of the chosen few. Little wizard, please have no fear while we show these stars to you. Little wizard, you've got a special kind of light.
Hello. You've reached the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. Thank you for calling. If you need help, immediately press 1. If you could stand a back rub, press 2. And if you just don't give a fuck, press 3. Welcome back, y'all. Today's conversations have been iconic. Iconic. Say it with me. Iconic. We're going to go from the start to the finish. And then we're going to give great congratulations to a lot of people today. Actually, before we even start the main thing, I need to give a good congratulations to my sensei. Oh, my sensei. She has taught me everything and anything I need to know. And she just accomplished something great. So let's give a big clap to my sensei. Oh, girl, I only fight with my exes and my sensei. Okay? Let me tell you something. I have never gotten as mad at anybody as I have at my sensei. But guess what happens every single time? Then I gotta understand what I'm going through. Oh, the sensei. We'll tell the sensei's story another time. Today is about the iconic conversations. One of them was with the sensei. 5 conversations earlier, and y'all know what? I need to be able to just be on my own. Oh, I be having these conversations every day, all day. And you know why? Well, I'll say what I always say. Actually, you know what? Let's save that for another point. You know why. I wanted to do some current events today. And then get into the conversations, but we're just going to get right into it early. The first conversation was with my ex. My ex bought me this freaking microphone. Of course. As a gift. My ex knows me through and through and knows that you can't just do a gift like this. This is John Blaze. And it's helping. Then I got a chance to talk to the matriarch. Oh, the matriarch. And she just gave me some great advice. She says, well, you've always been special and you know everybody's business. So why don't you just go? And that's when I said, I'm so glad I'm doing the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. Say it with me, the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. So let's bring it back to the sensei. Actually, let's tell a story. Everyone, gather round. Gather round. You over there in the back, playing with the toys. Gather round. Come on up. You over there. Stop hitting her. You two sit down. Indian style. Indian style. I don't care if that's inappropriate to say. Everyone gather around for the story today. Okay, this is this is hilarious. It's so funny because I never knew that I could do this. You know what's funny is, okay, let me tell y'all one more story before you know what's so funny? Let me tell y'all one more story before I get into it, because so my little brother is John fucking Blaze, and he couldn't make the gig yesterday. So what happened was only my operational manager and I went, and so then we killed it. But then they were looking for, where is that nigga? And we were like, he'll be here soon. Do you have that nigga money for him? Anyways, when I was a little boy, 7 or 8, I ran away. Oh, and I ran away. What happened was this. And I hope, see, this is the whole thing. I don't want my parents to hear this, but they're going to hear it because these stories are entertaining. Okay? Gather around, children. I went to the Target with my mom. It was May Day. Oh, and if you don't know about May Day in Minneapolis, it's an event. A year earlier, we went there. My dad took us down there, and that's when that woman was at that tree, just peeing in public. And we saw it, and we were like, oh my God, what is this? Where are we? May Day, though, became very much a part of my story. Let's get into it. Let's get into the first time. Ready? So when I was a little kid, I ran away. It was May Day, and we went to the Target because all of the people were coming over to have a cookout. An anti-May Day cookout. We were in the Target, and I saw some Smarties. Y'all remember those Smarties? I didn't want, for some reason, to ask my mom for the Smarties. For some reason, something felt much more thrilling that day to just take the Smarties and see if I could get away with it. Oh, girl. So I did. And I put them in my little pants and tucked awkwardly my t-shirt into my pants like it has never been tucked before. It was like, are you trying to get caught? Or why couldn't you just put... It was too much. I was just at the beginning of my career, though. So I check out with my mom. I have a good stomach full of Smarties. And we're walking towards the entrance. And then here comes this motherfucking Mark. This snitch ass hoe. I still remember what he looked like too. The manager. Oh, the Mark. The Mark. It's like, I'm just trying to enjoy my day, sir. I'm not going to become a criminal forever. But because you did this, now look what you have created. So he's like, ma'am, come on in here. So your boy, he has a secret in his pants. And I'm like, you fucking mark. And so we get into the van, and my mom's like, I can't believe you stole. We have to tell your dad. And I'm like, God, oh no, please don't tell dad. Oh, it was time to tell dad. Whatever their conversation was, it was just time for my spanking. And I was like, you know what? And then the mom came up. She was going to give me the spanking. I somehow escaped and then like ran away. Because you know why? And let me tell you why. It was not a punishable offense. Literally, they throw those fucking Smarties and candies and waste so much food, and they throw it all out at the end of the day. Was my mentality. So when I ran away, that's the conviction through which I ran. Oh, and I ran the fastest. Oh, and I ran blocks and then took a right, then took a left, and went barefoot into that big ass Sears, up the stairs, to the bathroom, sitting there, out the door, down the road, and away. I still remember this feeling of freedom. Freedom from punishment. Especially when I felt like I didn't deserve it. But I also remember this fear. Like, if you're going to be free, you had better find some scaffolding. So I looked, and I was a little boy. I asked a man if I could live with him. He was like, where are your parents? I was like, I don't have parents anymore or rules, and I'm just so mad. And he was like, yeah, man, just go and find someone else. I can't take you. So I kept running down the street into the park towards Mayday. Mayday. I finally get there. And Mayday is so cool because it's in the pit of the park, but the park is so big and beautiful and green, so you can go and walk through like your name is Aurora. But once you go down those stairs, let's get into it. So I went down them, 7 or 8, y'all, and walked through the crowd by myself and said hey to some people. Hey, how are you? What's going on? Yeah. Went to the playground. And by now, it would have been maybe 5 hours since I had escaped. And that's when I went to build a little sandcastle under the playground, little block room where nobody could see you. And then that's when I heard, there he is! There he is! He's right there! And here comes my sensei. So mad and so pissed, but also very much like, of course I would find you here, nigga. Let's get you together. 1 second. And she took my hand and, you know what I'm saying, became my sensei. I went home. I was still punished. But at the end of the day, that moment of reckless freedom / forceful accountability / Mayday Oh, it was amazing. Let's get into it.
See little wizards, they don't die in vain. They hand down to the final hour. Little wizard, this ring will shine so bright and much stronger than our evil's might. Little wizard, trust in what you know it is right. Little wizard, trust in what you know you'll fight for. Little wizard, trust in what you know is right. Little wizard, trust in what you know you'll fight for.
Alright, now who has spread at least one time this podcast to another friend? Raise your hand. Have you not done it? Okay, we have a couple more days of this shit. Right? Accountability. Let's pop off. Okay, bye.